Running. An act we humans have been doing for thousands of years. We run away from fear. We run away from danger. However, runners run for the love of it. And I traveled 320 kilometers to Satkania to run a 21k because I love it. The run location was pretty hard to reach. We had to take an intense off-road CNG ride followed by a lot of walking. Once reaching the spot, we checked into our tents, which would be our home for the next 24 hours. Once we settled in, the organizers took us to the trail to get a feel for it before the race day. The whole walk felt like a school field trip, but it was important to actually understand the terrain, and we actually came across some elephant tracks.
They weren't kidding.
After the walk, we came back to the camp and I passed out by 10 p.m. Woke up the next day at 5 a.m. to this beautiful view, had my breakfast, and came back to the tent to do some foam rolling and stretches, mainly targeting a groin injury I was facing for a few weeks. During the trail walk the previous day, I realized I should have brought knee-length socks because of all the thorns in the trail. However, I decided to improvise, adapt, and overcome the problem. After my pre-run prep, I was ready to start the race, and my feelings at the start is perfectly described by a fellow runner at the back. The whole trail is 5.5 kilometers long, so I had to do 4 laps to complete a total of 22 kilometers. Started the run pretty strong, went past quite a few runners on the first lap, and I was running at a pace I was pretty happy with, despite the insane inclines that slow you down. But around the middle of lap 2, things started to get a bit tricky. My groin injury suddenly came back to haunt me. That is when I decided to take it easy, slow down my pace, and pretty much stayed focused on finishing the race. By lap 3, the sun was starting to really heat things up. Had to make more frequent hydration stops and get more electrolytes into my body. By lap 4, I was utterly exhausted, and the muscle strain was starting to bug me a lot more. However, the volunteers and organizers, along with the locals, were a boost of instant motivation to finish stronger. At the end, I completed the race at 3 hours and 22 minutes, which is well past my target time, but considering the obstacles, I was super happy with it. The whole experience of this event in Satkania was amazing, but it wasn't just because of the run, it's also the memories you make with people. I entered the event as a solo runner from Dhaka. But by the end of it, I made tons of lasting memories and new friends who were complete strangers prior to it. And that actually made my 48 hours in Satkania a lot more special.